Chavez, James Leja, Azuma Nelson, Oscar De La Hoya. Big names have fought here tonight. Marco Antonio Barrera, 57-3. One no contest, 40 knockouts. Manny Pacquiao, 37-2-1, 28 knockouts, 12 rounds for featherweight supremacy in the world. And they're packed in here at the Alamo Dome. I am Dave Bontempo with Art Mack. And the crowd at a fever pitch, getting ready to explode when these guys make their way into the ring. Art, we're excited about this contest. Let's talk about this technically Pacquiao moving up 4 pounds. What do you think about that?
Well, apparently he thinks that he can handle the weight, and we all know what he's able to do in the featherweight division. He's destroyed the opposition. So this little diva right there, he's been around the life. Probably ran fighting on the Clovis Christian not too long ago, who could be, I think, a world title fight soon. But getting back to Pacquiao, he's anxious to see what he can do on 26. Personally, I thought he was going to fight something a little bit easier when he first moved up.
No such luck as he comes up and faces, well, if you're going to face a featherweight, why don't you just face the best featherweight in the world? And Pacquiao coming off his win against Emmanuel Lucero, coming in on a high, a power-punching lefty. That scares a lot of people, but Barrera has had good success against lefties. Starting with Nassim Hamed, who he dismantled and outboxed, and basically really frustrated throughout the course of the night. As the Barrera fans are in the house of all ages.
Yeah, I really think Barrera won a lot of fans in victory over Hamed, and with his climbing around in the ring, it was greatly disliked.
And Barrera made him pay for that. He boxed, he moved smartly, and although Barrera is known as a slugger, he's able to box too. Tickets went fast for this.
Well,
It's quite a jubilant atmosphere.
Yeah, they expected a crowd of about 14,000, 15,000, but David looks more like 20,000. They have fans in the upper deck out here tonight.
Quite a sight when you can get a particular fighter.
He's got the
who
ref.
has gained a reputation to put seats in the house. They're starting to chant now. See the Barrera posters. Barrera and Pacquiao. Let's see how these guys match up with the key numbers on our tail of the tape. Barrera 29, 5 years older than Pacquiao. The height, pretty much the same. The reach, the same. So it boils down to execution and experience. Barrera 5 years older than Pacquiao. That's the key number in that tail of the tape. And the rules in this contest, no standing 8 count, no 3 knockdown rule. The fighter cannot be saved by the bell at all. Only the referee can stop the fight, although ringside physicians do get input, especially with cuts. Hey, you think they like Barrera here?
Yeah, what do you think? Is this his hometown? He's a doctor, is his hometown.
It's his hometown tonight. Officially, he's from Mexico City. Here's Pacquiao, the first one in.
Yeah, he's a physically strong fighter, great power in both hands, good speed. As we mentioned earlier, he knocked out 70% of his opponents. The average length of his bouts only 4.3 rounds. He's never gone 12 rounds, David. He's flooring on 10-round bouts, so the question is, how strong will he be at the end if it goes the distance?
How well can he stretch out? come from a small country, you'll be a hero. So Pacquiao looks for divine intervention. Here is Marco Antonio Barrera. And you see the game face and the smile of the accomplished professional. So he loves this reception.
Barrera has an exceptional punching powers on both ends. Great combinations. He's great to the body.
Oscar's happy to see him.
And the other thing about Barrera, he's got a solid chin as well. Good stamina. And he's 11-2 in 12 rounds. So I think it worked to his advantage tonight to take it easy from the get-go and try to work this fight to the later rounds.
This is one of the best receptions I have ever seen for Barrera.
It's a great fight, team.
They appreciate Mexican legends here.
Largely Hispanic city, and he's one of their heroes.
So even a better reception here than in some of his fights in Las Vegas.
Well, you were calling the Ohio fighter in 97, and a thunderous applause for that.
There's a look at Marco Antonio. Michael Wolf is ready. The introduction.
Ladies and gentlemen, from the Alamo Dome, San Antonio, Texas, Oscar de la Hoya's Golden Boy Promotions and Miller Lite, along with HBO Sports, are proud to present 12 rounds of boxing for the Featherweight Championship of the World. Brought to you in association with Murad Muhammad's M&M Sports and sanctioned by the Texas Department of Licensing and Regulation, Chairman Leo Vasquez, Executive Director William Kuntz. The scoring at ringside will be done by 3 judges using the 10-point system. The judges are Rick Crocker, Ray Hawkins, and Gail Van Oy. And when the bell rings, your referee in charge of the action, Lawrence Cole. And now, for the thousands in attendance and the millions watching around the world, from San Antonio, Texas, deep in the heart of Texas, ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble! Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing red trimmed with black, his official weight, 125 pounds. In his professional career, he has demonstrated amazing power while compiling an outstanding record of 37 victories, including 28 knockouts, with only 2 defeats and 1 bout even, while capturing a world title, which is not on the line tonight. From General Santos City, Philippines, the challenger, the IBF Super Bantamweight Champion of the World, Manny Pacquiao. And his opponent across the ring, fighting out of the red corner, wearing white with black letters, and officially weighing 126 pounds. His professional record is an excellent one, consisting of 57 victories, including 40 knockouts with only 3 defeats, and he is recognized by his peers, the fans, and pundits alike as one of the very best pound-for-pound fighters in the world today. Ladies and gentlemen, damas y caballeros de Ciudad de Mexico, el campeón de la gente, the reigning, defending, universally recognized featherweight champion of the world, the baby-faced assassin, Marco Antonio Barrera.
I want to have a good, clean fight. Pelea limpia y buena suerte. Good luck. Touch him up.
So, jubilation reigns in the house. How will Pacquiao handle the big lights of Barrera's adopted hometown? What about the tension? What about him moving up? What about his southpaw power? Will that affect Barrera? All those questions will now be put on the table and answered over the course of this scheduled 12-rounder. It should be a dandy, and here we go. Barrera in the white trunks. And Pacquiao is a southpaw. See if he can land that big power left hand. Or will he be tentative to do that against the good defense of Barrera?
You know, look at these two fighters and immediately notice that Barrera seems to be naturally a bigger fighter. That was a slip.
Pacquiao is down though. They're calling it a knockdown, so Pacquiao already in some deep trouble. Let's see how he adjusts. He looks confused. Will Barrera come after him now?
Pacquiao needs to stay poised here though, Dave. Barrera's way too dangerous. He got too busy on him.
Barrera coming in now, trying to find out, even if it was a slip, how Pacquiao was affected. Pacquiao opening up with the big left hand, and Barrera down on him. Early slugfest of a righty against the lefty. Pacquiao slipping through with the left hand. Barrera stalking him, moving to his left.
Pacquiao is getting his jab on. There's one with a few shots.
Pacquiao slides the left hand through behind the jab. Even though it's the Barrera's benefit to go 12, Pacquiao gets to get out of this early tense situation and try to settle into a fight. That's his goal.
He has to stay poised, knowing he could lose this round 10-8. Nevertheless, he has to stay poised.
Pacquiao trading with Barrera on the inside. Pacquiao tried a big right hook, and Barrera slammed him to the body. The thing about Barrera, he will give you a receipt after you draw a punch. Better than pulling your hands back when you're going to attack. And that's the difference between him and some of Pacquiao's other opponents.
And Barrera has power in both hands. So when he counters, he can hit you from all angles.
Good body shot by Barrera. And he composed here. Right hand leads a good punch there. Barrera's right, tries to get in line to the right hand. Instead throws the left hook.
Nevertheless, very impressive round by Barrera. Despite the controversy surrounding that knockdown.
He was able to keep Pacquiao from hitting any real big shots on him. Instead of an early tone. So Barrera has a 10-8 round most likely. Pacquiao gets out of it. So they each got something.
Toma, a ver ese protector. Tú debes de agarrar esto, Jorge. Tú debes de agarrar esto. Cuando él se te meta abajo, necesitas agarrarlo arriba. Necesitas agarrarlo arriba, porque tu dedito lo golpes arriba porque está así, está abierto completamente. Y con tu guardia bien puesto, ¿eh?
Double jab, okay? All right, don't let him lead you. Let's back him up with the double jab, you hear me? With the double jab, left hand. Okay? All right? Double jab, left hand, you hear me?
Let's take a look and see what happened. The jab gets through by Pacquiao, and the feet get tangled up, and that should have been a slip.
That's exactly what happened. Barrera was on his right foot.
So it goes down, most likely as a 10-8 round for Barrera, but not properly so. Nonetheless, the judges follow the referee's lead. If the referee calls it a knockdown, they go that way. That's an important note to consider, but it shows the feet got tangled up, and that happens with righties and lefties a lot. The heads come together around two. Into round two we go. Marco Antonio Barrera with an administrative gift, and also a good first round of boxing.
But you have to wonder after losing around 10-8, how does that change Pacquiao's fight plan? Does he speed things up? Go to the attack a little bit early in the fight, or does he continue to stick to his fight plan?
Well, if the corner convinced him there was a slip, he'll come back and fight jab by Barrera. Pacquiao having trouble reaching it. And Barrera smartly staying out of harm's way when Pacquiao attacks. Pacquiao will have to vary that attack and come from a different angle to catch Barrera now.
You know, Barrera's been fighting since the age of 7. I don't think he's lost a fan, quite frankly.
Well, he's actually gaining. A lot of people were ready to count him out in the late 1990s after 2 losses to Junior Jones.
And then Eric Morales.
Eric Morales says a tough fight. It may have been the most legitimate of the losses. And Junior Jones was a guy that was too big for him. But a lot of guys don't come back from that. And Barrera basically reinvented himself, came back a lot stronger, and became more of a boxer.
Exactly.
Pacquiao thinks he got the Barrera. Barrera does not think so. And Pacquiao scores twice nicely there.
Oh, he's got quick hands.
Pacquiao getting in.
He's throwing it right now.
Pacquiao doing his best work, and he drove Barrera back. But Pacquiao, with no fear, coming after Barrera now.
Well, he's taking this round away from him.
Pacquiao, very importantly, was able to answer Barrera's last round, which is a big one for him.
2 stiff lefts right there.
And Barrera slowing down and ready for Pacquiao to come to him. And Pacquiao landed a big left hand as Barrera tried to suck it in. And I hit Pacquiao right back. He opened up with a right hand. And Pacquiao back on the inside. Well, how much fun is this?
The fans are getting this slugfest.
Pacquiao is going to get his money's worth here as he opens it up, and they put 2 rounds of a war into 1. We talk about a battle of attrition. This is it.
We got to fight.
Nice round.
¿Por qué te lo dejaste llegar? Sí, pero si estaba trabajando bien. A ver, ahí te va. Ten. Cierra el ojo. 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 Cierra el ojo.
Of course, with this guy, you hear me? Yeah. Do not wait on him, all right? You get too much speed for this man, all right? All right, boy, deep breath now. Nice. Stay right there.
So Manny Pacquiao making a bid in round 2 to win this fight. And you saw the welt under the left eye of Barrera. Almost a cut inside there. Pacquiao's hands speak up. So into round 3 we go. And this is a sizzling bout, as expected.
And as Freddie Roach was trying to sit in the corner moments ago, don't wait for him, get off.
And when he did that in the latter stages of round 2, Manny Pacquiao had good success. And then Barrera turned it around and tried to steal it back. Off the canvas! A big left hand by Pacquiao!
6, 7, 8.
From Pacquiao! What a chance he has to win this fight! Terrific hand speed by Pacquiao! He's all over Barrera! What speed and power here by Pacquiao! Putting Barrera on the deck! Stunning development! But Pacquiao has the tools! We talked about that explosive left hand at the top of the show. And he dealt it to Barrera. And here comes Pacquiao back. What a rumble! But Barrera getting the worst of it. Now he's back with all of his heart. But this is an absolute war.
Pacquiao's running right through him now. Walking right through him.
Big shots by Pacquiao. Barrera there on his heart. But he is getting thrilled. The speed of Pacquiao and the power putting Barrera down. Barrera could not stop that big left hand coming at him. Another big shot by Pacquiao.
Great combinations.
He is doing it all. On the inside, here's the hand speed. Pacquiao going for it now. Can he get Barrera out of there? He is just all over him. he works the body. And now Pacquiao back. Pacquiao came in an extremely live opponent. And roared into life in round 2. He scored an absolute beautiful knockdown in round 3.
His hand quickness is a difference tonight, Dave.
Yeah, he's throwing combinations at Barrera, and sometimes the back end of the combination is what's getting through.
You know, he's not a physically large man, but he has great leverage, doesn't he?
And so for Pacquiao, just getting out of the first round was big, and for Barrera, just getting out of round 3 is big because Pacquiao invested a lot of energy in this round. And let's see how that plays out as we go along. What a round.
Sobre piernas, no te tienes que bajar, no te tienes que bajar, no te tienes que bajar, se vació, él se vació en este, Marco, se vació.
Vamos a darle experiencia, tu jab, tranquilo.
How many power punching lefties do you see? What a shot by Pacquiao.
I'm impressed with Pacquiao tonight. Barrera tried to gamely fight back, but Pacquiao just walked right through him, landing some more devastating shots.
And notice how he turned from one punch to the second one in the knockdown. Look at the leverage. Watch the hips of Pacquiao. That's how he's generating it. His second punch coming behind the first has all the leverage. You picture any of the sport where you spin all your power into a shot. And that's what Pacquiao did. Here we are in round 4. It's a beauty between Marco Antonio Barrera in the white trunks, Manny Pacquiao in the red. We're at the Alamo Dome in San Antonio, Texas. This is Dave Bontempo with Mark Mack. Barrera, 57-3, 40 knockouts. Pacquiao, 37-2-1, 29 knockouts. A knockdown of a flash variety because the feet slipped in round 1. Give it to Barrera as a 10-8 round, and Pacquiao with a thunderous 10-8 round in the third.
I would think Barrera right is going to try and buy some time, stay away from him for a couple of rounds, try and push this fight to the later rounds, and then take control of it. That would be my game plan right now, because Pacquiao's simply too dangerous, too quick for him.
Well, for Barrera, he has to jab as if this fight depended on it, because it does. He has to slow down the pace of the fight, but Pacquiao says no.
He comes right back.
Pacquiao gives you the appearance he'll be right in front of Barrera, but the key thing is watch how he turns as he gets close. And then he comes up with a unique angle, and he's not always right in front of Barrera. If he does that, he is successful because he's turning on the inside. That's how quick he is.
You know, Barrera's known for his solid chin and his stamina, but Pacquiao's really putting the heat on him and wearing him down right there. And Barrera's defense is just not quick enough to block his punches.
Because there's more than one. It's a jab, left hand. Again, we see that. And Barrera trying to counter with a right hand lead. Get that in before Pacquiao can get into his combination. Pacquiao just missing with the back end of these combinations now. Jabbing in the left hand. Barrera making him come up a little bit short. So there's a small adjustment there that's working for Barrera. But that's a dangerous shot. We talk about the fact that speed is power.
And Pacquiao's winning this round too.
For Barrera, even if he were to give a round away, it's not as bad for him as walking into these big shots. He can slow down the pace, try to regain the composure. He'd be all right with that, and then try to get this fight down the stretch.
Well, once again, Pacquiao's never been in a 12-round fight. He's never gone the distance. He's never had to, of course.
And the way he fought at the beginning of the last round, it didn't look like he'd have to tonight. So a good round for Pacquiao again, as he tries to open it up and look at this. The power, the speed. And he's got Barrera's number so far. But it's only through 4 rounds. They continue to roll away. Good round again for Pacquiao.
Sit down, baby.
Give me that thing. Put that thing here. A small one here. Put it in there. Spin it anyway. Don't worry about it. All right. Close lane, Justin. Get down with it. Pass lane.
Pass
Got it.
got it.
Just relax. All right, Manny. Here. Small water, Justin.
A boxeo, boxeo. Desespéralo ahorita con el boxeo. Desespéralo ahorita, desespéralo. Esa derecha, te llegas a jalarte más a tu izquierda. Con la guardia arriba. Vámonos con inteligencia. Vámonos, la guardia arriba.
Pacquiao landing with 36% of his power punches, and that's a big number. That's something to keep an eye on. That number of power punches never gets up around 50. That's what fights usually end.
Yeah, for every shot Barrera's landing, Pacquiao's coming back with 3.
So round 5, and Pacquiao
He's getting stronger by the minute.
waging a thrilling performance if you're a purist. If you're a Marco Antonio Barrera fan, he's breaking your heart. But he is explosive energy. We saw that in his last fight against Emmanuel Lucero, just a powerful left hand coming in. And because of the quick feet, watch how he turns into his punches, and so he's not that predictable.
Exactly. With his quick feet, as you said, even when Barrera's backing away, he's able to step in and land a good-looking punch.
A lot of guys will throw a jab and a power shot that has a certain rhythm to it so that you can time it after a while. If the guy's always moving on a different angle, the second punch is coming out of a different place than it did the last time.
Well, Barrera's trying to outbox him right here, keep his distance, and we alluded to this earlier in this broadcast. Barrera has become a better boxer of late.
But here's Pacquiao coming on him again. Barrera had moved smartly, but Pacquiao continued to swarm him. He's not giving Barrera any rest. And so this fight, for sure, will be an absolute gut check for Barrera.
And Pacquiao just keeps penetrating those gloves. Look at those 2 shots right there, 3, 4 shots.
Heads came together there. As Pacquiao throwing jab in the right hand there, Barrera digs the body, and the heads come together another time.
Barrera would love to work the body more. I think he's noted for that, but he doesn't want to get a fist sandwich every time he tries to do it.
And here comes Pacquiao again, and now Barrera out of track for a moment, but Pacquiao is out of it. Pacquiao moving up in weight, but dropped Barrera in round 3. And he did it emphatically. Barrera dodging the 2-punch combination here by Pacquiao. Crowd trying to urge him on. Now they sense he's out of danger. But he's tying up Pacquiao. And although Barrera looks physically stronger, Pacquiao has been the more muscle-bound fighter. Power shots have been his.
It's that leverage we're talking about, Dave. He has tremendous leverage.
So Pacquiao putting points in the bank, and they exchange some sportsmanship.
Sin bajar la guardia. A ver el protector acá. Esto es lo que tienes que hacer nada más. Arriba tu guardia, arriba. Arriba tu guardia. Arriba tu guardia. No tienes nada, no tienes nada.
Listen to me. Manny, right here. Listen to me. I want you a little bit busier. Okay? All right? Right here. The jab, double hand, left hand behind it, okay? Body and head. Okay? Don't reach for it. Get a little bit closer. Now you
Pacquiao throwing twice as many punches as Barrera, and in that sequence even more. Just a window with those shots, but they're not sequenced.
And Barrera's corners telling Barrera that Pacquiao doesn't have anything. Well, Barrera's corners not getting hit with those punches.
No, they're not, and were trying to psych him up a little bit, but he's been around the block. And he knows when his opponent has nothing and when he has something. And there seems to be plenty left of that Pacquiao gas tank. What they should be telling him, I think, Bart, is to focus more on some lateral movement so that Pacquiao would have to lunge at him and not come straight to him, make it hard for Pacquiao to get there.
Well, we're beginning to get into the middle of the fight right now, and Pacquiao averages about 4 rounds of fight, so right about now, Barrera is going to be intently watching him to see if he slows down a little bit, and then he can seize the opportunity. That has to be his own hook right now.
Well, he could try the right-hand lead. He could try to beat Pacquiao to the punch. But it's Pacquiao swirling again on Barrera.
So much for the game plan.
Never see Barrera get hit with this many shots. And this has nothing to do with the guy getting old. This has nothing to do with the guy losing reflexes or anything. This is just an upstart opponent who has blitzing hand speed.
And he's very confident, and he's very talented, and he's very hungry. Switching the corner, you have to run with Barrera for the last 12 rounds, but here he comes back.
Now Barrera trying to get in on Pacquiao. You see there's an infinite difference in hand speed between the fighters. Probably a bit of a surprise in Barrera's corner and to Barrera. They have to hope that he stops.
Here's a game plan for Barrera. He needs to land a bomb in the hole.
So much for taking this to round 12 and getting it that way, huh? Well, he needs to discourage Pacquiao. Because this guy's just walking in unabated.
And he's racking up the points.
And for Barrera, although we got that nice gift in round 1, Pacquiao took that back and now is building up at least a 3-point edge.
At least.
And Barrera needs to stack it by rolling with him in this case. But remember, the great ones always have something in reserve. But Barrera, it always got at least another run out. So, down he goes from a slip of the feet. Must have come together again because he got nailed too.
Well, we could also be seeing the dawning of a new great champion.
It's looking that way at this point.
Breathe in. Take a deep breath. Let him take a breath before you do more.
All right, Manny. Very nice. Watch it. I'll tell you what. Now. Okay.
El gancho al hígado. Aviéntale el gancho al hígado. El gancho al hígado. Ten.
Combinado, Tres golpes, tres combinaciones. Así tiras arriba, 1, 2, 3 y meter abajo.
There's the action on the inside. Hit low, uppercut. They called that a slip, and I'll tell you what. Rustin, you have to look at the feet. That will show you. That looked like a knockdown. So now that's 2 points that Barrera has gotten as opponents. One in the first round when he got better for a knockdown, and there when he should have been knocked down, and it's called the slip. So if you have Barrera losing by 3, it really should be 5.
I have Barrera losing by 4 points right now. We're in the 7th round, so it's quickly reaching the point where he's going to need a knockout.
So Barrera's been on the good end of 2 calls that were bad. And yet Manny Pacquiao still taking it to him as we head into round 7. Now Barrera comes back with a clubbing right hand. That's a lead punch against the lefty. You know, we haven't seen him wage the classic war of the righty versus the lefty, which would be the right hand lead, the double left hook.
And that's because Pacquiao is so dangerous with both hands.
So maybe he has to take what the stylistic matchup gives him. As Pacquiao again hurting Barrera. You never see Barrera get beat up like this.
Barrera complaining about being headbutted and showing that Barrera has a cut to the left of his left arm.
headbutt. Axe, come here. No. Come
Headbutt
here.
is called, and that's important.
Manny.
Well, the good news is it's not overly size, so it shouldn't obstruct his
Axel
vision too
headbutt.
much.
Accidental. Accidental.
If this would have caused him
Accidental
to
headbutt.
count, which it could,
We'll go to points.
we'll go to points because they finished 6 rounds already, and that's nasty.
Now he knows he's trailing in this fight. Barrera does not want to stop this fight.
On the other hand, he's getting
Axel's a little overwhelmed.
No quiere seguir.
Doctor's decision. Doctor's decision. Is he okay to fight?
Yes, it's okay.
All right, let's go.
Continue fighting if he wants to win this fight.
Okay, your mouthpiece? Your
he wants
mouthpiece.
to have this fight go on.
6 rounds in the 7th round right here.
So the fans are
It's a technical draw.
Fans are happy he'll go back at it, but even though Barrera has to know he's trailing, you get the sense that even though he wanted to stop, maybe he just wanted to quit. He just doesn't want to be in this fight anymore.
Well, no matter what he tries, he just keeps getting pummeled by this kid.
You know, if they stop it by a headbutt, that's less. But you have to look down than getting knocked out.
Look at this great warrior Barrera fighting for his life right here.
And here's Pacquiao smelling victory and trying to make Barrera go out on the sword.
Barrera's giving it everything he's got.
You would expect nothing less. But Barrera did not want to continue in this round. And I suspect because he felt he was going to lose anyway, and that's an easier thing to live down.
Well, I never think he lost track of what round it was, and he thought maybe he could have scored a technical draw, but here he comes.
Now he comes back. Pacquiao said, no, you don't. Barrera has him in a headlock. Barrera has gotten his confidence back. And so they embrace. So we've had the headbutt. We've had the fight almost stopped. We've seen more life out of Barrera. And then Pacquiao taking it over a deliberate butt there by Barrera. That's a frustrated fighter. That was a flagrant and deliberate headbutt. And so Pacquiao beating Barrera in just about every way you can.
No tienes nada. Si no vais a permitir que paren la pelea porque vas a perder. Tienes que levantar ahorita. Agarra la velocidad. La velocidad, hijo. Arriba. No le quieras tirar abajo. No le quieras tirar abajo.
We talked about headbutts with righties and lefties, and we saw it here in the 7th round. Look at these heads come together right there. Flashing. And Barrera, right after this, shows you effect with the eye. See gets dealt with a deliberate headbutt there by Barrera to the chest. And that has to hurt too.
Oh, yeah, they called it an accidental headbutt, but Pacquiao did not get his head in there either.
Into round 8 we go.
And I have Pacquiao ahead by 4 points. 5 rounds to go. I call that last round even, though.
Remember, as the clock gets worse out of Barrera's eye, Barrera has also benefited from 2 bad calls. But he's already on the point where he just about needs the knockout. 5 rounds to go.
Just about.
And he's going to go for that knockout. Here's Pacquiao right on Barrera. And Barrera back, showing a tremendous heart. He is done for. Barrera with a crazy hook in the last round. And now it's going to go again. Yes, Pacquiao is on it. Barrera looking over at the referee saying it's the headbutt.
Every time Barrera tries a man on attack, Pacquiao just comes right back and lands about 4 straight shots.
Pacquiao inflicting a beating on the proud Barrera. He is a whirlwind of punches.
I don't think Barrera expected this quickness and power.
But yet, if you look back at the fights this guy's had, Pacquiao has shown us in other fights, and you could say that he should have known that. Here is Pacquiao again.
The problem Barrera has is he's gone up against quick fighters before, but never with a devastating punching power that Pacquiao has.
And then with the tremendous leverage and execution that Pacquiao has.
Amen.
Now Barrera has looked better in other fights anyway, but Pacquiao is making that factor a multiple of 10.
Yeah, this is the coming out party for Pacquiao tonight here in the Alamo. Very impressive performance.
He's able to rise a level tonight. His last fight with Lucero, he showed some tremendous punching on top of the guy. And he has swarmed Barrera.
Well, he's knocked out 70% of his opponents. We're seeing why. Here it comes.
Coming after Barrera again. Well, he's always had this type of speed, but he's never had to sustain it over this long a period. And if there's a surprise in Barrera's camp, it probably will be that.
You're right, we're in the 8th round, and he still looks fresh.
They may have expected some speed and some surprises, but they figured he would fade. Instead, he's showing a ton of heart. And this is quite a good fight. Looking on him. He's got a contract now with Barrera. He doesn't like how this is going.
No, he doesn't.
Look.
What could Oscar possibly tell him right now?
Move on the angle, stay away. A promoter could not wear a poker face.
Ya se cansó, necesitas apretar ahorita. Con lo que estás haciendo, vas a ganar. Vámonos.
He hasn't moved laterally enough. Pacquiao coming right at him. Look at the speed here. And these guys have had the heads. There's Pacquiao, and he initiated that
coaches,
one.
out!
And it wasn't called.
Let's go!
No, that was a
Coach, out!
flagrant headbutt in my eyes.
Well, Barrera has benefited from 2 bad calls. And then, in that case, Pacquiao benefited from a non-call. What's happening is his momentum is carrying him forward. You watch Pacquiao as he's throwing these punches, rollicking forward, and the head has to come in. Well,
Meanwhile, we're in round 9, and time is running out for Barrera.
can the proud Barrera eliminate everything that's happened to him? He's trying. Pacquiao got the 2 more. Here's Pacquiao with even more.
You know, one thing Barrera really hasn't tried is an uppercut. When Pacquiao moves in on him, he needs to try that. I think he can score with that.
Uppercut would be good. The lateral movement we talked about would also be good. He would change the angle that Pacquiao is coming in on. But Pacquiao is only 5 and 6. Now this is a tremendous amount of hand speed to sustain over this long a period of time. Pacquiao is not slowing down.
He just landed 2 uppercuts right there. It almost goes unnoticed. He's hit him so often.
Minus one, minus one, minus one, minus one, all right? Right there. You okay? All right, time in.
He is way down on the cards and the effect of that point reduction. Barrera has not moved and changed the angles. It's so comfortable for Pacquiao to come at him.
Barrera can't believe what he's seeing tonight.
Well, he's got to try to move to the left, change the angles. Pacquiao is just blitzing through him.
tell you, I really think that the problem tonight with Barrera is Pacquiao is just simply too quick for him.
Well, you know, Barrera has not looked like a righty fighting the lefty. You want the right hand lead, you want the double left hook, you want to see the movement. And Lucero, he fought on national and international television a couple months ago. He shouldn't have been a surprise to the people. There's no plan B for Barrera other than his heart. Now, many times he hasn't needed a plan B, but tonight he does, and it's not there.
And one thing Barrera normally does is go to the body. He just can't get inside without getting pummelled.
Tremendous hand speed by Pacquiao. Throwing bushels of punches.
Pacquiao's taking the fight out of him.
He would take it out of anybody tonight.
Well, we saw Julio Cesar Chavez do this against Belgian Taylor.
Cierra, cierra el ojo. Cierra el ojo. Cierra el ojo, cierra el ojo.
Nada, nada, nada. Tú eres tuya, tienes que tirar golpe, jab y derecha. ¿Qué? Con la vuelta.
Deep breath. Okay, yeah. Manny, I want you to set down some power shots now. You hear me?
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
All right? Manny, you set it up behind the jab. All right, and set the power left hand up. Now, look for it all.
There's more Pacquiao combinations. When do you see Barrera getting hit with 6, 7 shots now before he retaliates?
Arturo, get him out.
Then he hits on the clincher. That's just a frustration angle. He's trying to show Pacquiao that he's tougher than him, and he gives away the point. You don't see Barrera get hit with 7 shots in a row. It's startling what Pacquiao has been able to do.
And I have Pacquiao with a 7-point advantage here with only 3 rounds to go. What does that mean?
It means Barrera may need 2 knockouts. What is Pacquiao's weight? You just get the sense that he's come up a bit, and Barrera has slid a bit off recent performances. We talked about what Barrera did to Nassim Hamed, and how Hamed wasn't the same after that. What will Barrera be like after this? This is an outright beating.
Well, it's an embarrassment, too. His form is immediately below his corner. Everybody entourage up here from Mexico City, and nobody's enjoying this in the break.
Well, you'd hope that they would appreciate what Pacquiao has done. It should not be an embarrassment for Barrera to just be out-hustled and out-powered, because he still had his heart throughout this fight. But it's the first time I've ever seen Barrera so visibly rattled.
Well, Barrera really hasn't looked all that quick tonight either, has he?
Right. But yet, had he moved, had he tried some righty versus lefty things, he wouldn't be getting hit with so many punches at a time.
You're talking about giving him different angles, right?
And the right hand lead, there's an example of it.
Right.
On the other hand, it just looks like Pacquiao's not no matter what. He just has a certain way about him.
He's a superior fighter.
Okay? You okay, ¿cómo está?
You know, one thing we haven't talked about is Pacquiao's ability to take a punch, because he's been hit a few times tonight.
Hey, he's moving up his weight.
Hasn't been rattled.
But Pacquiao, wherever you're watching, take note of this. You will not see 9 rounds of hand speed shown by Pacquiao very often. That was a tremendous burst of hand speed over a sustained period, indicating superior conditioning.
Yeah, he's obviously one of the great ones.
He is just absolutely taking everything out of Barrera. But there's still 2 rounds to go. Barrera will be hoping for the miracle. There's a good left by the last 2 rounds. Another good left by the
Too little, too late, perhaps.
Manny. 2 rounds to go.
Your tongue out. Tongue out.
Manny. 2 rounds to go. You hear me? I want you to pick it up with him.
Okay.
Yeah, Manny, you followed him the whole round. You gotta cut the ring off. You know how to. Don't follow this man.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
Now here, he's walking right into the hook, right?
Yeah.
Okay, let's put the hook left hand together.
¿Entiendes?
Con todo. Dale más agua. Tómate. Ahí 6 minutos. Tira con todo.
There's Pacquiao landing
Let's go, coach. I'm
from
taking
that
the
side
point.
on Barrera. Just another example of the flush shots he's been hit with.
Well, 2 rounds to go, Dave. Barrera needs a haymaker.
And Pacquiao waging the fight of his life because it's the proper atmosphere to come up with the big show. Manny Pacquiao from the Philippines, 37-2-1, 29 knockouts. He is in the red trunks. Marco Antonio Barrera, 57-3, 40 knockouts. Between these guys, only 5 losses and over 90 wins. And they're fighting at this level, and here's Pacquiao dominating a guy with this record.
Looks to me like we're seeing a changing of the guard right here, though.
Yeah.
Pacquiao, 24 years of age. He has it all. Look at him. Going to work up against the ropes.
And he will fall into the upper echelons in the pound-for-pound ratings of this performance. That's the way it should be. You want to get into the elite rankings, beat an elite fighter. And he is making this look easy. And you would have never thought you'd say that against Marco Antonio Barrera.
The only thing keeping Barrera on his feet, hanging in there, is his pride, his history. Unless the fighter, this fight would have been over 6 rounds ago.
Got a lot of guile.
So we talked earlier about how Pacquiao would look in the later rounds. If it did go the distance, well, what do you think?
You know, it's his night. He has a lot left. He is blitzing a guy who is known for defense. And he is just all over Barrera. Look at these angles here.
He's just done it again now.
Oh, some more big shots. Barrera walking into even more. And he's down.
That's a knockdown.
For the second time officially.
5, 6, 7,
Just too
8.
much Manny Pacquiao.
Venga aquí. You're hitting the belly and he just went down. Box.
Barrera protesting, but here's Pacquiao with more. Chip Barrera's corner. Rescue him. He's too proud. He's too proud. Will they do that?
I don't know. I think they're going to pay for a bond or somewhere.
Realize he might look for something, but he's too proud to quit on his own. Marco Antonio Barrera stopped by Pacquiao. It was expected that Pacquiao would be a handful.
That's what I'm talking about. Shock
We talked about that at the top of the show.
Praise the Lord, man.
But he goes one step further and wins the fight. Convincingly.
Very lopsided with this fight, but they're giving a rousing applause to Fernando.
Pacquiao made some new fans.
Shout the world. That's the world.
Best featherweight in the world.
There's many fights over tonight.
Because you know what? He did it against the guy who still was there fighting. He was just too much. And this is where the beginning of the end comes. Knockdown.
That was 4 punches right there, though, before he even had the knockdown.
Was coming at Barrera here. Body shot. And after this, Barrera protested to the referee. That's when the corner has to look at him. Around the side, Barrera trying to hang on, but he can't do it.
That's the result of...
Corner was slow to react. They were on the way up the steps.
Frankly, I thought Lawrence Cole was going to stop this a little bit sooner than he did. What's he seeing here? I mean, there's no way Barrera can retaliate.
Sometimes referees give great fighters a lot more room, and that's what Lawrence Cole did. But Pacquiao is enjoying a superb night, top to bottom. Can't say enough in praise of him. And Barrera went out on a shield.
The end comes in round number 11. The official time, 2 minutes, 56 seconds as referee Lawrence Cole calls a halt to the action. The winner and new featherweight champion of the world, Manny Pac-Man Pacquiao.
Keep your eyes on this guy. As we see a lot more of Manny Pacquiao.
You know, coming into this fight, I looked at his physical stature in the first round, saw how Barrera was noticeably physically bigger than him. I'm really amazed to see how much power he really has in his punches.
Power generated by the speed. If the Barrera can upset at what they saw, it's an emotional sport. Coming with high expectations.
And he came in from so many different angles. And he took a punch too, because Barrera did land some good blows there.
Harry Merchant is with Barrera. We'll get a chance to hear this.
Marco Antonio, yesterday you said to me that you see in Pacquiao yourself when you were 24. Was that what defeated you tonight?
Marcos, ayer nos dijiste que en Pacquiao tú mirabas a un peleador como tú eras cuando tú tenías 24 años. Eso fue lo que te digo, esto fue lo que te derrotó.
Así fue. No fue eso, simplemente que no fue mi noche, venía mal preparado por los dimes y diretes, por los exámenes, por salirme de la preparación, porque hay que hacer exámenes acá, que estoy malo de la cabeza. Todos los ataques yo creo que me desconcentraron y pues bueno, no fue mi noche.
Not only that, tonight wasn't my night. There was a lot of distractions, the examinations, breaking up the camp, everything. It wasn't my night tonight.
Could you tell very early in the fight that his speed and combativeness was going to give you so much trouble?
¿Podías tú saber que al principio de la pelea que su velocidad y su aguerridad esto te iba a dar mucho problema?
No, sabíamos, no nada más eso, sino su dura pegada, como yo lo dije, pega fuerte. Es un peleador que le echó muchas ganas y pues vino esta noche a ganar.
Yeah, not only those things, but also because he punches hard and because he's a good fighter.
It seemed that for a while in the first part of the fight, you couldn't see his left hand coming. Is that true?
Parecía que en el principio de la pelea tú no podías ver la zurda, la izquierda de él. ¿Eso es verdad?
No podía ver nada, me sentía muy desconcentrado. No me sentía yo mismo, no podía, yo llegaba a mi esquina y decía, no puedo hacer nada, no sé qué está pasando.
I couldn't see a lot of things. I was really not concentrating. I wasn't feeling myself. I don't know what went wrong, but it wasn't me.
You have a rematch clause in your contract, I understand. Will you want to exercise it?
¿Tienes una cláusula de una revancha? ¿Quieres tú otra pelea?
Pues no sé, lo voy a platicar con Oscar de la Hoya. Me siento muy triste, muy delusionado por haberle quedado mal en su promoción. Voy a platicar con él y vamos a ver qué pasa.
I don't know. I have to check it over with my promoter. I feel real disappointed, and we'll see what goes on.
Do you think there's any possibility you would consider calling this the end of your career, or do you feel you have to try to redeem yourself either against Pacquiao or Morales or someone else?
¿Piensas tú que considerarías tú que esto puede ser el fin de tu carrera o quieres reivindicarte peleando con Pacquiao o con Morales o con otra persona?
Pues quién sabe, lo voy a platicar con mi esquina, con Rudy, mi hermano. Oscar de la Hoya, pues vamos a ver qué viene más adelante.
Yeah, it could be, but I still have to discuss it with Oscar de la Hoya and Rudy Perez and everyone else.
Thank you very much, Marco
Muchas
Antonio.
gracias, muchas gracias.
So the words of Marco Antonio Barrera hinting at what might be. Going to talk it over with Oscar de la Hoya. Didn't want to give any premature answers right now, and understandably so. He's just been overwhelmed by a good Pacquiao, which he said reminded him of himself.
Well, Marco did make one point in that he had to abandon his training camp in Southern California with all the fires and everything. He did have a few distractions leading up to this fight, but to what degree they really hampered him tonight, I don't know. But he did say that was part of the problem.
Manny Pacquiao is with Larry Merchant. We'll pick that up.
Thank you, Jim. Congratulations, Manny. Did you feel coming into this fight that you could dominate the great Barrera?
Sa simula po lang, alam mo na ba na talagang tatalunin mo to?
No, I know. I always put in my mind that I beat Barrera, but it's a hard time. So I did not expect this knockout.
You didn't think that you would be able to stop him?
Yeah. I did not expect I knock him out in the 11th round. I know in the 3rd round I hit hard and then he stopped. He still stand and fight on me. So I thought the 12th round is finished, but I surprised in the 11th round.
So you thought that when you knocked him down in the 3rd round that you would be able to finish him soon after, but since he came back, you thought it would be a longer fight, tougher fight.
Nung pumaksa siya ng pangatlong round, alam mo na ba na talagang pagbalik mo, kakayanan mo siya all the way?
Yeah, so in the 4th round, I know the fight, I style him, I know his style, I can control the fight. So, but I did not expect to knock him out. But I control the fight because I'm too fast him.
Yeah, you were faster than him, especially with your left hand. It seemed he couldn't even see it coming. You knew that right away?
In the training, Barrera knows how to speed in my left hands, and I know his style. We studied 2 months. We studied his style in 2 months, so I'm not surprised.
When they called that a knockdown in the 1st round, which didn't seem to be a knockdown to us, were you concerned somehow that you were not getting a fair shake in what amounted to his hometown?
Nung dinisag nila na knockdown yung 1st round, kahit hindi naman talaga knockdown yun, iniisip mo ba na parang hindi pantay ang laban?
Hindi ko iniisip yung pantay ang laban. Basta inano ko na concentrate ako sa laban para hindi ako mawala sa focus ko. So continue pa rin yung yung concentration ko sa laban.
He didn't seem that it was unfair, but he really focused his to this fight, and he knew that focusing to the fight is the thing to win.
I understand there is a rematch clause in the contract. Would you fight him again?
May rematch daw yung contract na laban pa ulit?
Yeah, I will fight him anytime, anywhere.
What does this fight mean in your view to the people in the Philippines?
Yung laban na to na kalaban mo si Barrera, ano ba sa tingin mo at ano sa tingin mo nangyayari sa bansa natin?
Sa tingin ko, masaya yung mga kababayan ko. It look like a fight of Linok Lewis in Tyson. So I know it's our countryman is my countryman is very happy.
Yeah, he thinks that the whole country is celebrating right now. Everybody's happy. It's comparable to Lennox Lewis and the Tyson fight, and this is another legend in the making.
So you were a star before this fight. What are you now?
Superstar ka na ba lang ngayon?
Now I'm superstar to the eyes of the people, but in myself I don't want to be higher than before. I will still before down. I will still down before.
He means that he wanted to still be humble as he usually is.
Thank you very much, Manny, for a great fight. Congratulations again.